What's up, guys? This is Juan Hernandez with episode 5 of Full Send. And on today's episode, we're going to recap on what I talked about on the episode 4 on the 7 points of selling, or basically growing your business. So stay tuned.
Let's get straight to the point. This what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. Full Send, no edits, cause just go to Full Send, and we'll get you done right. Full Send, and we'll get you going right. Full Send, keep it going day and night. And this ain't just a podcast, we get it right and keep it tight.
All right, so as before, just a recap, prospect and preparing is the two I'm going to talk about today. So pay attention. Maybe you can learn something, maybe you can't, but fuck, it's worth a try. So prospecting, basic definition, and I have the definition looked up now. I should have. But prospecting, when you prospect in selling, you want to prospect. You want to know who your prospects are, who you're going to go after. And the whole thing behind that is knowing the market you're going to reach, knowing the customer base you want to go to, knowing if you want to do a service or offer a product, what they do, what they service, who they service. So you got to do a little research behind it and preparing, what's your game plan prior to jumping in on a call or an in-person visit, because that's key point. You don't want to show up to an in-person visit with a potential client that can be a big well for you and blow it because you weren't prepared. So let's dive in. So on prospecting, who are you going after? Is it retail stores? Is it your manufacturers, your small mom and pop stores, your repair shops? Is it your e-commerce market? What market group are you trying to reach after? So knowing that is what I would say is the key point to starting this, is knowing who you're going to go after. After that is what type of customer, which ties into the first one, what type of customer are you going for, and all these are going to tie in together, but what type of customer are you going for? What does the prospect offer? Are they offering, or are they selling a product? It just differs with everybody you're trying to reach. And then, just who do you need to talk to? Because I see this happen a lot of times. I did it when I first started selling, not drugs, selling products. Make that clear. But it's very important to know who you're talking to, because you're going to run into gatekeepers. And a lot of people see that as a bad thing. But in reality, that gatekeeper is probably going to move up sooner or later in life within that company, or for somebody else. So when you do reach a gatekeeper, you don't want to be rude. You don't want to be a dick. You don't want to be an asshole to them. Just shoot the shit with them. Build that relationship with them. I said, you want to talk to the little guy, he or she, they're going to move up. So eventually you want to be in their back pocket when they need something. But no, being on good terms with the little guy, with the gatekeeper, they know the schedule and the best time when the hell of a person you needed to talk to is pissed off, when the best time is to give them a call. Hell, heck, sometimes it's written that between 10:30 to about 11:30 is the best time to do a cold call. So when you give him a call and you run into the gatekeeper, he can tell you, hey, Joe Blow's pissed off today because such and such happened. Oh, well, fuck, I understand what that happened. I understand what happened. That happened to me before. So just have the mentality of build that relationship with the gatekeeper, and then he'll slowly let you in when release the information that you need as far as emails, phone calls, or even in-person visits. That's all key part of prospecting, is knowing who your targets are, knowing what they offer and all that. Preparing kind of just ties up to everything that has to do with prospecting. What's your game plan? Everybody says it before, actors and damn, mine went blank. Actors and athletes and everybody, they practice daily to get where they're at. NFL players practice daily, NBA players practice daily. you got to be, if you want to be the best, you got to fucking do the work. And the same thing goes with preparing. Have your game plan set up. What style of prospect you're going for, who you're trying to reach out to, you know, the different styles of approach you got to go with. Some of them are more business, you know, casual. Some are straight business. Some are relaxed. Some are just, will shoot the shit with you from the get-go. And that's all going to make a difference in no matter of way you approach the situation. The other key thing is know the service or know the product you're going to offer. You don't know how many times I've had people come here, and a perfect example, I can't remember the name of the company, but the guy came here and he was doing deck screws, or selling the deck screw setup for you wouldn't have to be hunched over to install the deck screws on a trailer. Well, I don't know if he was new, didn't get proper training. When he went to demonstrate, you know, he couldn't make it work. It was failing every time. So, unfortunately, it was a no-go for me, because if your sales rep can't know what's going on with the item or with the product, you know, what the hell am I supposed to do? I mean, the sales rep or the person who's calling needs to know what you're selling, what you have, what you offer from A to Z. I mean, and if you don't know the answer, it's fine to say, hey, I don't know it. Let me make a quick phone call and I can figure that answer out for you. But you got to be prepared for all the difficult questions. You just can't go in there thinking nothing's going to happen. Besides all that, like I said before, you need to know who you're going to talk to. When you walk into a business, the person greeting you at the door might not be the person who you need to talk to, but like I said, to keep the gatekeeper in your back pocket, because that's the person who's going to put you in communication with who you need. Second thing is on that is just when you talk to them in person, they might be an asshole because people don't like being solicited. Solicited. Same shit. You know what I'm talking about. But they don't like being solicited. And the fact is, the first 2 times you meet them, they might be dicks. That's fine. Give them a business card, offer your name, number, move on about your day. Shrug it off. Fuck it. They blew you off. Who cares? One thing I do sometimes is fucking, even if it ain't their birthday, fucking send them a birthday card. Because at least they see that you're thinking about them. Fuck, I won't say send them flowers, but I mean, send them a fucking birthday card or Amazon gift card. I mean, who don't fucking like Starbucks or Chick-fil-A? I mean, that's God's chicken. But no, I mean, like I said, this one just brief. I wanted to touch on those two. And on the next one, episode 6, it's going to be on the next two items that were I did on episode 4. But just this little series is going to be more of trying to build you up, trying to get you to where you need to be to making cold calls or building your pipeline. Because at the end of the day, if you're an entrepreneur, if you're a salesman, if you're anything, and I forgot what book I read, but we're all salesmen because we're always trying to make the better deal for what we can get. Whether we're buying a car, because we're always haggling with the car salesman. If we're buying a trailer, same thing. If we're buying a house, wherever we're doing, we're trying to get the best deal for everything. So, I mean, this kind of pertains to everybody. But that's it for episode 5. Quick recap, prospecting and preparing. Know your shit when you're going to go talk to somebody. Know your product, know your shit, know who you got to talk to, know what market you're trying to reach. Because if you don't know none of those, then you're just fucked from the get-go. Other than that, this has been it. Episode 5's a wrap. If you haven't hit the follow button or left a review, go for it. Leave a 5-star review. Leave a 4-star review. I really don't care. Just leave a review. Share the video. Share the like. Share. You can find us on YouTube, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Google, Amazon Prime, I forgot what else, but anywhere you can stream a podcast, you can find us there. So I think If not the next one, I know in a couple episodes we're going to be doing one from NATM. And by the time this one airs, probably NATM is already going to be over with. But stay tuned for that one, or check that one out for sure, because that's going to be a good episode. Also, 2 of my coworkers are doing another podcast. So ladies, if y'all listening to this podcast, sorry I cuss a lot, my bad. But Women in the Industry is hosted by Caitlin and Lacey, 2 badass chicks. Go listen to their podcast. Great information that they're showing and giving about being in a male-dominated environment or field of whatever you call this. But they have, I think it's called Women in the Industry. Again, it's on wherever you can stream podcast, or you stream your podcast. It's on YouTube. Go check them out. And don't forget to subscribe below. And the detail, and the as my lovely marketing guy and a buddy of mine told me, the link will be below right here. So click here and check them out. But that's a wrap for episode 5. Again, if you need trailer parts, give us a call. www.thetrailerpartsoutlet.com.
Let's get straight to the point. This what you do and what you don't do. No bullshit, sugarcoat when it comes to repairs and maintenance. Advice you can go to. Full sin, no edits, cause just go to full sin.
It's hot in here, bro. Oh my gosh. Fucking hot.